Good afternoon. Thank you for this opportunity. Thanks for the support. I think morning lerundu ungalukkellam vandu nariya hacking la sonnanga. So I was talking to few of the guests here and I was excited to know that all of you are interested in hacking. I come from a company which will stop you from hacking. Okay, I don't know how much of excitement that is, but yes, there is a lot of jobs in my kind of role. Interestingly, cyber security na என்ன நினச்சிக்கிறாங்கன்னா நிறைய பேர் வந்து டாம் க்ரூஸ் மாதிரி தலைகீழ தொங்கி ஏதோ அப்படி கம்ப்யூட்டரில் தட்டின உடனே இன்னும் டோரெல்லாம் ஓப்பன் ஆகும், இல்லை நம்மளோட ஜெயம் ரவி மாதிரி ஏதோ அப்படி வண்டி மேலே ஏறி குதிச்சு ஃபோனை வச்சு மெட்டாஸ்ப்ளாய்ட் ஓப்பன் பண்ண உடனே கேமராலாம் தெரியும் அப்படின்ட்டு. These things are possible, but more than that, I think what is more important is we live in a digital world. And the reality is, today, everybody has to be worried because all of you are using, things like Google Play, you're using things like Paytm, and, you have your driving license in digital form, you have your birth certificate and your college certificate in digital form. Quite a bit of things can be dangerous in this kind of an environment. So I'm here to talk about how do we prevent this and how do we stop this. How many of you are interested to know about jobs in cyber security? Yeah? Wonderful, wonderful. At least some hands are going up. I have a problem because NASSCOM has said that 1.8 million jobs are there in India alone in cyber security. Right? Companies like, here there is a representative from an organization where they are running a SOC. There are a lot of jobs if you have the right skill sets. Right skill sets vandu, how many of you use Kali Linux? Okay, bunch of guys. Okay, so Kali Linux is a good tool. It's an entry into this space. So if you know Kali Linux, if you know Metasploit, if you know your regular, scanning tools, Nmap, Wireshark, you have a good opportunity. But then that's an entry level job. There are going to be different categories of jobs. So I wanted to make a presentation. Is that, just give me a sec. Let me just share, from the job perspective. First and foremost, a lot of IT companies are recruiting in InfoSec roles. So there is something called identity and access management. There are tools which do identity and access management. So there are a lot of people who, if they know IDAM, there are a lot of opportunities there. There's something called data leakage prevention tools. So if you know those tools, there are a lot of opportunities there. In IT support, they're also doing patch management, asset management, access management, firewall configurations, and so on and so forth. So if you are interested, there are a lot of jobs in that space. The estimated demand in India is 30,000 jobs, right? And the thing is, a lot of people leave this job within 2 years or 3 years. So the attrition rate in that role is about 24%. So if you really look at it, 24% of the people who join these jobs leave within 3 to 4 years' time, which means you have a lot of opportunity if you are interested in these kind of spaces. The next big job opportunity is network security. And network security, we talk about cloud security, we talk about topics like, network administration, firewall configuration, we have log monitoring. So if you're working for a large organization like, say, ICICI Bank or HDFC Bank or Indian Railways, you have thousands and thousands of thousands and thousands of machines that are running, so you need to monitor log. So there are a lot of opportunities in network security. The other area that you have an opportunity in is vulnerability assessment and penetration testing, and I think that's what a lot of people are talking about here, which is more into hacking and things like that. There is a big demand for this in the auditing firms. So there are companies like KPMG, Deloitte, PwC, and a lot of auditing firms who do VAPT. In fact, I think our friend from BriskInfo is also into that space. There are a lot of smaller companies who are doing this. So a lot of opportunities in VAPT. The other area that would be of interest to you guys is malware research, right? So there is something called Security Operations Center. And if you guys know Security Operations Center, this is something which, you know, what you call a large organization has to have to ensure that their networks are safe. Okay? So when you look at this, if you have people who have expertise in incident response, people who have understanding of system architecture, people who have understanding of what is the threat that is prevalent in the market today, they can run SOC centers, and these SOC centers also have red teaming, which is something that these guys are already into. So there's a big demand for that. And then you have companies like K7 Computing. We are probably one of the best companies in the world when it comes to Windows platform. In Windows platform, there are companies like AV Test, AV Comparatives, Virus Bulletin 100, who have ranked K7 as one of the #1 companies when it comes to functional endpoint solution in the world. Okay, we are better than most of the multinational companies, and we are just in Chennai. Okay, and we have a lot of solutions which are there in antivirus. We have a skill set that is required in my company, which is malware research. Just to give you guys an understanding, a person who joined us about 2 years ago at around 3.5 lakh rupees salary is currently earning 16 lakh rupees in a company in Bangalore. Right? That is the kind of learning you will have, and it is very important because it involves understanding the kinds of softwares that can penetrate and destroy existing systems. And last and most important function in cybersecurity is forensics. Today, cyber law has also become very, very important. Cyber crime has become very prevalent. So forensics is another area where you have a lot of job opportunities. Once my system comes on board, I'll just show a few slides on that, and I think you guys can take off after that. So if you have any questions on careers, I'm there to help you guys, but then let me show the presentation. Yeah, so we get started. Next, please. Yeah, so I think this story is already given from the morning, so I don't want to repeat much of it. But the funny thing is, cyber warfare is a very real threat. I don't know how many of you are informed that, I don't need to, create a nuclear bomb and kill you in few seconds. I can kill you over a period of time. I was talking to a commissioner of police, and he was sharing this case study of a nurse who changed the prescription, right? And the patient was given a wrong medicine, by which the patient died. And when the case was filed, the person who gave the injection was actually booked under cyber crime, under regular crime. But when they investigated further, they found out that there is a cyber crime involved here. So, things like this. Some of you who think that, my data is not important, to get 10 rupees cash back, I can give my data to Google Pay. You might have to think twice because your data is getting tracked. And recently, about last week, European Union has said that citizens outside of European Union need not be bought under the privacy rules of GDPR, which basically means Google can do a lot of things with your information, and Google knows things about you which even you might not know, right? Your grandparents, the places where your relatives are staying. Google has an artificial intelligence system which is actually monitoring your family tree, right? Which knows your food habits, which knows your behavioral patterns, right? They are saying that this is used for marketing purposes, but I leave it to you to think through this. They have recently demonstrated a quantum computing chip which can decipher a SHA-256 encryption in 3 minutes flat, right? A supercomputer would take 10,000 years to do this, right? A quantum computer can do this in 3 minutes. Now imagine all your banking transactions, all your WhatsApp messages, all your Instagram pictures. You think it is safe? Think twice, right? That's our world. Next, please. So everything, right? So people keep talking about blockchain, the new and up and coming area. Blockchain will be in a big mess if quantum computing happens, right? Your encryption story itself goes through the roof, right? And recently, about a month, 2 months ago, Japanese cryptocurrency exchange was hacked. $300 million was lost. Bitcoin rates has dropped from almost, 17 lakh rupees to about 7 to 8 lakh rupees in the last 2 years because of crypto miners, which are thanks to all of you who are busy, checking your mobile phones and downloading movies from Tamil rockers, right, are downloading these miners and running them, right? So all of you, since you're busy with your mobile phones, which has advanced processors, by the way, right, and has very strong memories, it can do this. Social media stories, all of you heard. In fact, about a week ago when I was watching a Tamil news channel, I was surprised that they documented what happened in the American elections, right? When I look at all of you, I don't know whether I should be very happy and proud that India will be in safe hands, or I don't know whether I should be scared and worried about the future of this country. Because some of you are very keen, some of you are listening, some of you are, very busy talking to your friends, some of you are, in your phones. The challenge is I can manipulate a lot of these things. The behavior manipulation is a known case, right? What happened in the US elections is a well-documented case, right? And it is happening across the world. There are, in fact, 2 years ago in Bangalore elections, one of the social media companies said that if you give us 2 crore rupees, I'll make you an MLA. Right? That is how serious the situation is. I don't know how many of us can relate to that. And there are things like malwares today, backdoor and rootkits and so on. I don't know how many of us are even aware of these, because when I say cyber security, everybody is thinking, I will use some tool to hack into a machine, or I will use a scanner to understand open ports and gain access, or I will do a password cracker. Right? I don't want to talk about these tools, but believe me, the people who are making those tools want you people to use them. Right? I don't know how many of you played a game called Pokemon Go or something called Face App. More of these things that you guys use, more of information goes to the dark web and people who are not really good people. Okay, I hope you can relate to that. Next, please. That said, today, next to artificial intelligence, cyber security is a space that everybody wants to invest, right? Infosys conducted a recent survey. I think last month they published their results. They say that 76% of the people working in IT companies don't have serious understanding of this domain, which is pretty scary, right? That said, even more scary is even IT managers. Ernst & Young did a survey, I think that was published about 5-6 months ago, where they said IT managers do not know how to hire people in cybersecurity domain, right? And recently, Forbes magazine was saying that you should hire people from companies which have been hacked, because those IT engineers would have seen an attack. Most IT engineers who have certificates don't even see an attack, right? So, this is a challenge that we are facing. Next, please. This is, again, an Ernst & Young study which says that there is a huge skill gap. Next, please. So, this is, what is required to be in this domain. You need to know your C programming, you need to know your network fundamentals, you need to know, basic system architecture and, how a system works and so on. But beyond all this, you should be able to solve problems. I was talking to youngsters like you and they were saying that I want an interesting job, I want to do new things, I want to, I don't want to be a developer or a, support engineer. I want to be a person who will create new things. Cyber security is one such domain, because every day you will have a new problem. Every day there is a new attack. Right? So if you come to my domain, every day there is one guy somewhere in this world who is trying to do some mischief. So you'll have to think like that person and solve this problem. So analytical thinking becomes a critical part. Right? Problem solving becomes a critical part. Communication becomes a critical part. So I hope makes sense. Next, please. That said, yeah, next, please. I'm not able to see this, so I'm not able to talk a lot about it. Next, please. Yeah, next, please. Yeah, so these are some statistics here. I did tell you about the job opportunities. We have been training people, right? And you'd be surprised that almost even before the training gets completed, many of them get jobs and move on, right? I feel sad because they don't come back for upskilling themselves. I was reading another report which got published in a global forum. You know what? You must be thinking, there are no jobs. Interestingly, globally, the world is at the lowest unemployment rate ever, right? Current statistics says 5% is the global unemployment rate, and it was at 8% in 2010, which was a very high thing. So after 1980, this is the lowest unemployment rate across the world. But the problem is, many of you will find it a challenge in about 2 to 3 years' time because AI is coming and AI is doing a lot of your jobs, right? The funny thing about AI is, even Flipkart has bought this technology where bots are managing logistics. In the US, there are drones integrated with RFID tags, which will order your groceries, like you run out of milk in your fridge. Drone will order that, and deliver it to your fridge directly. So this is the kind of challenge we have. If you upskill yourself, there are a lot of opportunities. Next, please. Next, please. Yeah, so these are the job opportunities that I spoke to you guys about. The first model is the InfoSec role, right? If you know basic understanding of different IT support functions, you understand data leakage prevention, you know how to do, spam filters, email filters, configure firewalls, manage identity and access systems, manage, spam mails, manage asset management, patch management. Every IT company, I was with HCL for more than a long time, and we at that point in time were about 100,000 people, and about 5,000 people were in this function, right? Because today all your clients want to ensure that you run on legitimate software. These softwares are patched and working up to level, right? So huge demand in that area. The next area I spoke to you guys about network security, right? So the entire world is moving towards cloud. Cloud is nothing but a network with a server and database place where you can access information. So if you know network security, good amount of opportunities there. Vulnerability assessment, big opportunity, because every bank, every hospital, every public sector institution like railways or DRDO or ISRO, or everybody has to be audited periodically to ensure that they are safe. So if you have good understanding of systems and vulnerabilities and protocols, good opportunity, right? Ernst & Young has said that they are going to recruit 30,000 people, right? KPMG, Deloitte have set up centers where they are recruiting huge numbers. We have another person here who already is doing this for a lot of companies. There are a lot of startups who are in this ecosystem who are doing a lot of these jobs. Penetration testing, I think you guys met Nipun and you also have Satish here. Stalwarts who try to, really test you to see whether your systems are secure or not, right? So if you have that understanding, you can get that information. Penetration testing is a big opportunity. Information security operations, right? There are solutions by IBM called QRadar, Splunk, SolarWinds, McAfee Security Center. Huge amount of opportunities. Big companies have thousands of people working for them. BHEL, Indian Oil Corporation, Indian Railways, Airport Authority of India, you name it, right? Everybody today has a SOC, and a lot of big opportunities coming up there. I talked about malware research, which will be required for cybersecurity companies like ours. So in Chennai alone, apart from K7 Computing, the only other research lab for Symantec, which is the world's largest cybersecurity company, the only other lab is in DLF, right? Komodo is another company based out of Chennai. There are 2 or 3 other companies which are into ATM security and encrypted solutions, right? FIS, FSS, and so on and so forth, right? Huge opportunities in all these companies. In Bangalore, you have McAfee. In Bombay, you have eScan. In Ahmedabad, you have, Sophos. You have Kaspersky coming into India. You have, Quickheal, which is in Pune. So a lot of companies who have cybersecurity products. Asset is in Singapore. So if you guys are good in this field, if you can do things, malware research is an area that you can get into. Finally, you have forensics. Forensics I have not mentioned here. If you are interested in police, if you are interested in being a lawyer, there are engineers after BTech, they do bachelors in law, right? They become cybersecurity lawyers. Today in high courts, there is a cybersecurity judge, okay? So if you are really interested in cybersecurity and forensics, big opportunity in that space as well, right? That said, so I think a little bit about K7 Computing. We are a big company. Next one, go ahead. I talked about all this. Next, please. The story is over. Why K7 Computing? Because we are a cybersecurity company. We've been a company for 27 years and we are world leaders in what we do. Next, please. So these are some of the things that we offer. Next, please. So these are some of the companies who got people placed through us in some of these roles. Next, please. So if you have questions, I'm here for answering them. Otherwise, thank you for the opportunity. Wonderful talking to you people. And if anything else that needs to be shared, I'm open to your ideas.